concerning the endocrine block. So, this is the suprarenal gland, and this is the left kidney, indicated by this is the renal vein, which ends into the inferior vena cava. The renal vein lies anteriorly, and the ureter passes posteriorly. So this is the left kidney, and this is the left suprarenal gland. If I mark the suprarenal gland like that one, I have to identify a side. Don't say suprarenal gland. No, you have to say left suprarenal gland. Left have half of the mark, and the suprarenal gland have the other half of the mark. If I look also to this specimen, I'll find this is the left kidney, and this is the right kidney. This is the left renal vein crossing the abdominal aorta to reach the inferior vena cava. So if I mark this one, this indicates that this is the left suprarenal gland. If I mark the other one, which is the right, you'll find like a cap resting on the upper pole, while the left is crescentric. It lies on the upper pole and also on the medial border of the kidney. And this is the left kidney. Left kidney is important to know about it, as we have discussed, that this is the anterior surface of the left kidney, and this is the posterior surface of the left kidney. Sometimes I can mark this surface and say identify the surface. This is the posterior surface because this is the left renal vein, so this is the front. Sometimes I mark it and name one nerve related to it. So the subcostal nerve, iliohypogastric, ilioinguinal nerve. Sometimes I mark it, name one muscle related to it. The diaphragm, psoas major muscle, and also quadriceps lumborum muscle, and the transverse abdominis muscle. Name the structure or part of the pleura related to it, the costo-diaphragmatic recess of the pleura. It is related, the diaphragm separated from the left costo-diaphragmatic recess. Concerning this right one, the most important, either if I mark here, this is the, name the structure related to it, the right suprarenal gland. The commonest is I can mark it near the hilum here. And this is very common marking in the exam. It belongs to the second part of the duodenum. Second part of the duodenum. Otherwise, I cannot mark anything except the second part of the duodenum and the suprarenal gland. This is the anterior surface, and this is the posterior surface. Also, I can mark the anterior surface and name one structure related to it, any structure related to the anterior surface. Second part of the duodenum, right lobe of the liver, transverse colon, and right colic flexure, small intestine, any of them are correct. This is the right renal vein, and this is the ureter, and this is the pelvis of the ureter. Sometimes I mark this one. If I mark this one here, so I mean it is the ureter. And don't say ureter, say right ureter. Right ureter means half a mark for the right and half a mark for the ureter, because it's already طبعا لو جبت عيل صغير وقلت له ده هيقول لك ده اليوريتر، لكن انت هتقول لي ده الرايت يوريتر عشان يعني انت عرفت ان دي الرايت kidney. Also concerning the left ureter, you have to say that this is the left ureter. Concerning the other parts of the endocrine gland, this is the pancreas. This is the pancreas. And it looks like that. It is lobulated. Lobules. ولونج وترانسفيرس وهذا هيد حته مكعبره هنا اهوت وبعدين طويله كده اهو This is the pancreas. So you have to identify it from the first look. Lobulated structure وترانسفيرس لاي ولونج زي كده اهوت. مفيش غير البنكرياس. The head unsnapped process, and this is the neck of the pancreas. This is the body of the pancreas, and this is the tail of the pancreas. I can mark this area and say the head of the pancreas. I can mark this area, the tail of the pancreas. I can mark in the middle the body of the pancreas. Difficult ان انا mark الneck because not clear. لكن sometimes the unsnapped process. ولو ان لو انت عملت مارك على ديت وقلت لي الهيد اوف ذا pancreas is also correct. It is also correct. So this is the shape of the pancreas from the first look, and usually it is with the second part of duodenum because it lies in the concavity of the second part of duodenum. Concerning the other thing is the testis. This is the testis, and this is the spermatic cord. This is the spermatic cord, and this is the testis, and this is the epididymis. Sometimes the epididymis is marked, sometimes the testis is marked, and this is the sinus of the epididymis. The sinus of the epididymis should be in the anterior surface, and the epididymis lies in the posterolateral surface. So this is the right testis, and this is the right epididymis. In the practical exam, you have to say right testis, you have to say right epididymis. And this is the vas deferens arising from the tail of the epididymis. This is the vas deferens. Sometimes there is a membrane covering this testis, which is not here really. It's not here at all. Sometimes a membrane covering this, and if I mark this membrane, which is not here, I'm not focusing on the testis. I'm not pointing the testis. I'm not pointing the epididymis. But the membrane that surrounds the testis, it is the tunica vaginalis. And this is also a common. I will try to find a specimen which contain it. This is the testis. This is the left testis, left epididymis, sinus, and this membrane. أي membrane هيتمسك هنا اهوت. This is the tunica vaginalis على طول بلا تفاهم. Tunica vaginalis. This is the spermatic cord. And another, this is like that one. This is also the left testis, because this is posterolateral, and this is the left testis, left epididymis, and this is the tunica vaginalis. This membrane, the tunica vaginalis, which surround the testis, in front of the testis. Tunica vaginalis. This is the spermatic cord, and this is the vas, which arises from the tail of the epididymis, the vas, the spermatic cord, the left testis, left epididymis, and this is the tunica vaginalis. Stop it.